Hey guys, 4th of May, Saturday afternoon here in Northeast Georgia. It's rainy. Haven't had a whole lot to do. Went to a little festival a friend of mine was sponsoring, a little folk arts festival here in Northeast Georgia. Uh, had a good time. Had a lot of neat stuff there. Anyway, in the shed now and pull some things out here that I thought we'd look at. Most of this is new finds. Some of the first couple ones are not. I've had for a while. Um, The thing I'd like to talk to you about is cleaning. Been in some conversation with people that are really adamant about not cleaning their artifacts. And for hobbyists like most of us, I just, I don't agree. I think cleaning really gives you a good understanding of these stones, about how they were made and how they were used, and just brings out a lot of the workmanship that was done to these tools and stones when you clean them. So I'm a big fan of cleaning. Um, Pottery, you got to be careful with it. Now you don't want to use any kind of detergent on that. Maybe just warm water and a very soft toothbrush, and not much brushing with that, because you can easily wear off paint. You can wear off artwork that's done on them. Even places where they've actually scribed the pottery. So you do have to be careful with the pottery. So anyway, this Murphy's oil soap is, I have tried so many different things over the years, and this is the best by far for cleaning artifacts, by far. Um, the downside with it is that it has some oil in it, natural oil, but it really does a really good job, and it leaves these artifacts just really looking nice. Other downside with it is it's takes a long time for the stones to dry out. It takes probably a good 3 weeks in relatively dry conditions for these stones to fully dry out when you use this Murphy's oil soap. But it is by far the best product that I've ever used for cleaning artifacts. And all these stones here have been cleaned with that Murphy's oil soap. We'll go ahead and get started. Little nice black stone piece here, a little linear grinder. You see the pecking marks that are still left in this piece. It's pretty cool to see. A lot of times you won't see much of that because they will go back in and completely polish that out. They've done that mostly on the sides here on this piece, but on the top and the bottom they didn't. So, or the bottom a lot of times just by use it gets worn away. But pretty cool, this piece. You can still see the pecking marks pretty easily on this one. I don't see that often. Here's an old piece here that this kind of gets into just how ergonomic these tools can be at times. People sometimes will spend a ton of time on making these things as comfortable as they can to fit their hands. And somebody definitely did it with this piece. That was an area right there that was used for either polishing or grinding. Just that one area there. The rest of it is for making it comfortable in their hand. You see the staining right here. I'm not sure if this is a right or left-handed piece, but this is from the fingers, from the oils in the fingers, and probably oil in the grains and nuts, seeds, and things that they were using to grind. It will stay in these stones for thousands of years, actually, believe it or not. Here's a really nice polishing piece here. It's kind of that blue granite, and there's a lot of work done to this piece. You see how they've grooved this thing out in order to fit their hands more comfortably. Really super nice piece here. Piece was used for polishing. Got two hammer stones here, and these are kind of unique. Look at this one right here. It's really pretty. It's got two materials in it. It's oops, sorry, quartz on the very front end of this thing, and the back end of it is Feldspar and mica. And for the most part, the natives up here in this area, using a hammer stone, they would usually only use one end of the stone. You can see right here, this is a striking surface here where the quartz is. See the wear. A lot of cultures made an oval shaped, really symmetrical oval shape hammer stone, but up here they for the most part didn't. I do have some that are oval, but for the most part they just used one end. You can see the staining on either side of this stone where they held it. But here's the striking end of this thing. Pretty much just used one end of this this stone to strike with. That's just the way they did it here. Not always the same everywhere. And this is a pretty recent find here. This is a solid piece of quartz. It's an oval grinder. Pretty good bit of work done into this thing. You see where they have layered this thing down all over the top of this thing. This is a left-handed piece. It's been grooved right here. There's a finger groove here, an index finger. And that's the grinding surface here. And that's how they would have held this thing. Big piece, weighs a couple pounds. It's pretty neat. All the layering that they did. This is a new piece. I found this up on the gravel bar at the dam site. It's a place that I neglect a lot. Very different kind of tool. May have been a little nutcracker for like acorns, smaller nuts. See the staining in here and all the wear around the edges. It's held like that. See the stain in the front from the fingers and the sides. Pretty neat piece. Old. It's probably my favorite one of all right here. This is a crudely made little palm grinder. Got the heel up on it. Chipped away. Slotted on the sides, grooved on the sides. And held just like that, maybe two fingers up here. That is a neat piece. Found up on top of the gravel bar. In plain sight. It's all quartz. Another one found on the gravel bar here. This is a big nutcracker. It was sitting like this. I had no idea if I hadn't kicked it over. This is a left-handed piece. This is where the thumb would go in. The front of the top of this thing has kind of gone away a bit on this this piece, but the rest of it's in pretty good shape. That's the thing it was used for right there. It's cupped out. That one's probably for walnuts. It'll take care of a walnut. It's heavy enough. And we'll call this a metate or a pestle. Polished and stained on the sides. Look at the grinding area on this piece. This was used in either a mortar or some kind of cupped out area on a large stone. Probably even got this up on the edge like that. And then we're working it. Cool piece. And here are 3 Feldspar pieces. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit more on Feldspar. I haven't done that really since I've been hunting, which has been a long time. And they use a lot of Feldspar, and I've just kind of left a lot of it go. And I think I'm going to start collecting a little bit more of it these days. I don't know what these tools are. I've probably got maybe 10 or 12 more pieces that are exactly like these in my collection. Exact duplicates, and I don't know what they were used for exactly. One thing you guys got to understand about tools is that you know, they made a lot of different kinds for a lot of different purposes, and particularly in the woodland. The woodland period was a time where they really tool making was prolific for a lot of different things. These are our modern day tools here. So you have all different shapes and size and everything else to do different things, and they did the same thing with these stones. There's another Feldspar piece right here. It's a little polishing or grinding piece. Well, this is pretty hard Feldspar. A lot of it's mixed with quartz, so it's not. I mean, it's relatively soft, but not super soft by any means. Held just like that. It broke up a little bit on this side, but not too bad. And this is a big shave, believe it or not. You look at this stone, and I've got others like this, similar. They've got all this chipping work that's been done right here, and they chipped it out, made it into a triangular shape. This is granite, gray granite. And how they make these shaves, a lot of these shaves up here is this exact same way. They chip one side down like this and cup it out. And then in order to keep an edge on it, they'll grind the other side. And by doing that grinding, you're going to keep a really nice edge on it. And then they'll chip a little bit more away, do some more grinding on this side, and create another edge on it. Just a continuous process until the stone is just no longer able to be used. This thing was probably used for shaving poles, I guess. Larger pieces of wood, poles and things like that. Pretty neat little polishing piece here I found just recently. Notched out. And a little block here of quartz. Really a lot of patina on this piece. But this was a polishing stone, and I used two edges. This edge right here and that edge. And I chipped it away in order to make this block. Held it on the sides probably. Neat piece. Here's another palm grinder. This design is very common. Little right-handed piece chipped out there for the thumb. Really good shape. Polish the sides down. And that's your grinding surface there. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. This thing went a little long. But hope you enjoyed it, and I'll get you some things to look at later on. Hope you have a good one. Talk with you later.